The Flash has a reputation. The fastest man alive is more than a promotional gimmick. The Flash earned the moniker the first-time Golden Age Flash through a World War I helmet on his head. Every speedster to follow in the footsteps of the Flash runs to live up to that tradition. But in the course of adventure and adversaries, there are always moments when a speedster comes in second. Number 10. Vandal Savage beats Wally West in a race. It was in The Flash number 49 by William Messner Loebs, Greg LaRocque, and Jose Marzan Jr. when Wally West suffered a terminal defeat at the hands of Vandal Savage. Savage captured all of Wally's friends and family and brought them to the desert. There, he lined a launch pad with panels that stole West's speed if he crossed over them. Savage stood at the finish line and West's family and friends lined the sides. West leapt from the starting line and sprinted across the sand. By the time he reached Savage, West had not recovered enough speed and he was helpless against the immortal reflexes of Savage. Savage shot West in the chest and left him to die on the desert floor. Number 9. Eobard Thawne kills Nora Allen. Eobard Thawne was a professor at the Flash Museum in the year 2151. Thawne loved the Flash until he discovered that it was his destiny to become his lifelong nemesis. That knowledge twisted idolatry into a zealot who would commit unspeakable acts. Thawne journeyed back in time and killed Barry Allen's mother, Nora. Her husband Henry Allen was blamed. DC's multiverse includes many versions of this story. One is that the Flash from 2024 rescued young Barry but could not save Nora. Thawne claims that the murder of Nora was a strategy to drive Allen to become the best speedster. Number 8. Professor Zoom kills Iris West. During the Silver Age of comics, Eobard Thawne was a sociopath from the future who became Professor Zoom through violence. His criminal mind warped his childhood hero affections for the Scarlet Speedster. Zoom hated the values of law and order that the Flash supported and pit himself against the hero by traveling back in time. An unexpected consequence was that Thawne fell in love with Iris West, Barry Allen's bride-to-be. When Thawne revealed his true feelings and identity to Iris, he offered her the chance to love him back or die. Her rejection pushed him over the edge and Zoom killed her with a vibrating hand strike to her brain. Barry had been drugged with angel dust and was not even coherent enough to know that Iris Allen was in danger or had died. Number 7. Wally West's top speed is limited after Crisis on Infinite Earths. Before Crisis on Infinite Earths, Wally West had been the Kid Flash to Barry Allen's Flash. But a side effect of West's speed had begun harming his body. The only way to keep it from killing him was to stop running. But that all changed when Barry Allen sacrificed himself to save the multiverse by thwarting the Anti-Monitor's doomsday weapon. When Crisis on Infinite Earths was over, Kid Flash's speed was no longer killing him. But West was no longer as fast as he had been. In fact, this was the beginning of a long journey for West to regain his speed and live up to the legacy of his hero to become the fastest man alive. Number 6. Eobard Thawne beats up Batman. Batman discovered two pieces of evidence that time had been altered. The first was a button and the second was a letter from his father Thomas Wayne. It's all detailed in the 4-issue crossover The Button by Joshua Williamson, Tom King, Jason Fabok, and Howard Porter. During Flashpoint, the elder Wayne became the Dark Knight after his son Bruce was killed by a gunman in an alley. Batman has no luck on his own uncovering the forensic mystery connected to the evidence. Bruce Wayne reaches out to Barry Allen, who promises to be at the Batcave in 1 minute. When Batman ends the call, he discovers that Eobard Thawne is standing in front of him. Outmatched, the Dark Knight is beaten senseless. Number 5. Reverse Flash is the fastest man alive in Flashpoint. Flashpoint is the event when Barry Allen consciously changed the DC timeline to save his mother Nora. The result was a broken world of nightmares and horror. And that was before Allen realized that the Reverse Flash was there with him. Eobard Thawne knows what Allen does not, that the Flash is the reason why the world is so damaged. Throughout the limited series, Thawne leaves clues that he knows what really happened and that because Allen has no speed, Thawne can kill Allen whenever he wants. Number 4. Barry Allen beats Wally West, who beats Eobard Thawne. Wally West spent much of his life coming in second to Barry Allen. After Barry died, West continued to live in his shadow. It challenged his self-confidence. Eventually, West realized that the only thing holding him back from becoming a speedster was believing that he really was as fast, if not faster, than Barry Allen. When Eobard Thawne first journeyed through time to meet his hero Barry Allen, Thawne landed in a time after the death of Barry Allen. The shock of this realization warped Thawne's mind, and he convinced himself that he was Barry Allen returned. When the truth was finally revealed, it shook West to his core, and Thawne left him trapped and broken. By facing his demons and the memory of his mentor, West unlocked the hidden speed that he needed to defeat Thawne and become faster than Barry Allen. Number 3. Godspeed is created by the Speed Force. August Hart was a police officer who worked with Barry Allen in Central City. The death of his brother drives Hart to confront a cadre of criminals called the Black Hole Gang. When his brother was murdered, Hart had found a symbol that had been tagged near the body which matched the symbol the gang wore. The Black Hole Gang member fired a bullet at Hart. The Flash raced to intercede, but before he could, a bolt of Speed Force energy charged through Hart and granted him super speed. Eventually, he becomes Godspeed. Number 2. Godspeed kills Dr. Mina Doan. Barry Allen was always looking for a deeper connection to the world around him and the people he protected. When he met Dr. Mina Doan, he thought maybe he had finally found something real. Like Allen, Doan was a scientist and a speedster. Other Central City residents like Hart had been struck by bolts from Speed Force storms that were erupting all over Central City. Doan created a training center where she could study the new speedsters and help them control their newfound powers. Sadly, when Doan confronts Hart about what he knows regarding Godspeed, Hart kills her. Number 1. Barry Allen can't outrace the Anti-Monitor's machine. Crisis on Infinite Earths destroyed more worlds in the DC multiverse than most people knew existed. The Anti-Monitor's victory over the multiverse and his nemesis, the Monitor, seemed inevitable. That is until Barry Allen arrived on the scene. Escaping capture and torture at the hands of Psycho Pirate, Allen uncovers the Anti-Monitor's antimatter cannon on the planet Quard. Alone in the antimatter universe, the Scarlet Speedster runs fast enough to force the antimatter cannon's energy core to intake more power than it can process. Allen is fast enough to destroy the cannon and the Anti-Monitor's big weapon, but his speed is not able to outrun the death of the Flash.